I'm gonna make this one kind of quick. I just did I was just on Facebook doing a live, and now I'm on YouTube, and it's not good, not good at all. You know, a couple years ago, I was heavily active on my YouTube channel. And then YouTube decided to take my channel away because of different topics that they thought I shouldn't talk about. Not being mean, I wasn't calling for violence, I wasn't doing anything wrong. It's just, the stuff that the rest of the world was talking about, they didn't want me talking about it. And anyways, they took my YouTube channel away. This YouTube channel that I worked so hard to build up. And it was monetized, and I was making a couple dollars, enough to keep the lights on. And then they took it all away. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this is terrible. What am I to do? And I kept pushing forward, and I was making money on other ones too. And what ended up happening is that they took it away, and I just kept working, kept pushing, and then I got my YouTube channel back. This past November, right before President Trump won the election, I got my YouTube channel back. And I was kind of surprised, actually. Or actually, did it happen right after? I think maybe it's right after President Trump won the election. I can't remember. There's been so many things going on. But anyways, when I got my YouTube channel back, when I would go live, I think I was getting about 200 people to get notifications, 200 people, so and so were tuning in. And then I'm building it back up, and you have to get X amount of views, because I was getting so many people, oh, Will, you're back on YouTube. It was back on YouTube. So good to see you here. And I was getting a lot of views, and then all of a sudden, they cut it off. They cut off all my, as soon as I monetized my YouTube channel from getting the views, they cut off the reach, which basically just crushed everything that I've been working for and put me in the position that I'm in right now, where things are just really bad for me. They're really bad. And I've been asking people for help. I've been asking people if they can assist me, whatever. But some people I talk to, I don't even hear from them after I ask them. I've even sent on my website, uniteamericafirst.com, even on my website, I put a letter that I wrote to President Trump on my website, and for the world to see. It's on the front page of my website. And I wrote this letter to President Trump asking him if he can help people like me. And I know I'm not the only one. There's multiple people that they have done this to. And they know if they can hurt you financially. Wow, Buzzy181, thank you so much. Buzzy, you've been there for years, even before they took my YouTube channel away. Thank you so much for that blessing. But I sent this letter to President Trump, and hopefully that one day it might hit his desk. And I've also have it on my website and asked other people to send the letter to President Trump from, download it, copy it, print it out, sign it, and send it in to President Trump, mail it in. Maybe your letter might be the one that reached President Trump's desk. President Trump received, I think, around $30 million from Google alone about what they've done to people, or what they did to him. In my letter, I'm simply was asking President Trump if he would look into how they've done all of these Americans that supported him. Now, just because President Trump has not answered my letter doesn't mean all of a sudden Will Johnson, he's no longer MAGA, because President Trump didn't read his letter. He's extremely busy. That's the reason why I've asked other people to participate and send the letter in too. And if you go to my website, uniteamericafirst.com, and you read the letter, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. And a lot of people have sent it in. A lot of people have sent in the letter. And the reason being is because I'm not asking for President Trump to give me money. All I'm asking for is for him to look into why these tech companies are purposely hurting people, because they don't like the fact that we're supporting him, that we're supporting our country. It's one thing. It's one thing if, Sherry, thank you so much. It's one thing If I was promoting or advocating for violence or doing violence to people, then I can get it. I get it, right? Or just cursing up a storm, just doing despicable things, I get it. But that's not the case. The case is that I am who I am, and I support President Trump in this country is the only reason why I can think that this is happening. So, like I mentioned, YouTube. Once I was able to get my YouTube channel monetized, and Buzzy, thank you so much again for that super chat. Soon as I was able to do that, as soon as I was able to do that, that's when they crushed all of the views on YouTube. It was a extreme. I mean, it was extreme. It went from one extreme to the other, where a lot of people were tuning in to where I monetized it, then they weren't even allowed to get over 100 people. And before it was getting 100, 200, I was getting almost 300 people before I monetized it again. And they do this, from what I can tell, to hurt people. They do it to hurt people. And I know if I reach out to YouTube support and say, hey, why is it that this is dropping? Why did it drop down? And they would give me an excuse of, well, people maybe turn their notifications off. They'll say that you turned your notifications off. Or they'll say that, it's on your device. It's nothing that they've done. But I've had multiple people have sent me messages, or they even leave comments saying, Will, my notifications are turned on. And they'll even say that I get notifications for other YouTube channels, but I don't get notifications for your channel. That's by design. That's by design. Sherry, wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I have, when I was doing videos before, and I even have it now, I have like this whole thing, and maybe it is a pride thing, I don't know. That's the only thing I can think about, is that I'm not trying to be prideful, but maybe it's just a pride thing that I don't want to ask people for help because I want to work. I have no issues with working. I mean, I've done it for years. All my life. Since I was able to get an ID to work, I did work program before I got my first ID when I was at 14. I'll never forget it. And I've worked ever since I was 14, have no problems working. But in our world today, the people, when they find out something that you support and they don't like it, they will hurt you financially. That's the reason why they were trying to break President Trump. Remember Letitia James, she tried to bankrupt President Trump before the election. She was trying to bankrupt him because they know crushing people financially will destroy people. And that's what they've been doing. And then someone put it in the comments, yeah, because of Pam Bondi, they're saying James Comey and Letitia James pretty much walk scot-free. Pretty much. But they're still not out of the water. They're still not out of the water. Because you notice after that happened, have y'all seen any videos from James Comey or Letitia James? Have you seen either one of them run over to MSDNC or CNN? Have you seen them do that? Because to my understanding, it was a technicality, meaning that the judge threw it out, meaning that they can go back and correct it, and then they can bring it back. That's my understanding of it. That's the reason why they have not said anything. That's the reason why they haven't come out and said, you can't get us, none of that. Because the judge, to my understanding, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, just basically threw it out and say, y'all need to go correct this, and then you can come back. And they're going to go back and they're going to make sure it's ironclad. And then they come back, it's going to be really on. That's my understanding of it. That's my understanding. That's my understanding. And we shall see. We shall see. But it's really bad on my end. It's really bad. And you know what? Thank you so much. God bless you for those super chats. Thank you so much. You know what? Even if when I was able to get my YouTube channel monetized back, I've had a couple people even, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I think it was like $5 a month or something like that. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is awesome. Which is a blessing. I even had a couple people subscribe on my website, which is awesome. So I don't know what else to do other than to ask God's people for help. I am seriously asking for help. And I contemplated about even asking for help because I know the liberals that watch my video, they're going to be happy that I'm hurting. They're going to be, yes, well, maybe you shouldn't have been supporting Trump. And then a lot of them go, well, you support President Trump. You wrote a letter to him, and is he helping you? No, he's not helping you. I'm not going to stop supporting him. Again, he's a busy man. I wouldn't expect him to stop doing everything he's doing just to address my issue. But my issue is not just my issue. My issue is what they're doing to the American people, and that's why I put it in my letter that way. That he would just not just for my selfish reasons, but to look at what they're doing. What they're doing is wrong. It is absolutely wrong what they're doing. It is wrong what they're doing. So I don't know what's going to happen. All I know is that the evil one has really been at me. And I talked about this a minute ago. The evil one has really been at me. The evil one wants me to believe that all this hard work that I've done was meaningless. All this hard work that I've been doing, all this hard work that I've been trying to build up is pointless and it's meaningless. Wow, Sherry, thank you so much again. Thank you so
Sorry,
much.
there is nothing to repeat.
Wow. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much. Because when I do my shows and I try to share content with you, and I try to do as much research as I can in the time that I'm limited, because I do my show. I do have a show that I do Monday through Friday on LFA TV. It's rumble.com/LFA TV. It is at 2 o'clock East Coast time. I do that. And the network pays me, but it's not paying me to where I can just quit everything else. I have to basically hustle for everything else. It looks like that I'm gonna have to possibly get a second job somewhere. I'm sorry, a third job somewhere. And I know I'm not the only one in this country that's hurting. It's Thanksgiving weekend. We have a lot to be thankful for. I have a lot to be thankful for. Um, I have my family, my immediate family. They're all safe, right? I have my family. As of today, I have a roof over my head, subject to change because of what's going on. But I'm blessed with everything that God has blessed me with. And now I'm just trying to fight to retain the blessings that God has blessed me with. Let me see. Who's that? Honey J, I've followed you for a long time, but right-wing pundits turn on each other like nothing I've ever seen. Yeah, I don't know what that's about either. I mean, if you decide you don't want to support President Trump any longer, then, you can do it. Like, for example, Marjorie Taylor Greene. I could come on here and tell y'all some stuff about Marjorie Taylor Greene, and it would just be like, oh my goodness, I had no idea. But I'm not going to do that. If she doesn't want to support President Trump any longer and she doesn't want to be MAGA any longer, then that's on her. That is on her, right? That is on her. If she wants, and I know her personally, I have her phone number. And President Trump said that she was complaining because he would not take her phone calls. Well, I've sent text messages to Marjorie Taylor Greene and she would never respond to me. So, I mean, I just moved on. And I didn't go on social media and talk bad about her. Yeah, you've never seen me talk. There's never been a video where I talk bad about her. The on SS struggle, but I can send, but I don't know how to. I send. Oh, thank you so much, Becky. Thank you so much. Yeah, if you go to my website, if you want to help me out, you want to support me, it's on my website, uniteamericafirst.com. Uniteamericafirst.com. People send me in the mail all the time. I don't know, it won't let me. There's no way for me to type anything here. It doesn't give me the option to type in anything. Here, hold on. I'm gonna get my tablet here. I can get to it. And I'm gonna go to YouTube and I'll type it in. Yeah, or you can go to my bio. It is there. You know what? Good thinking. Absolutely. Can I get to YouTube here? Or someone could type it in. You know, the short link is uaf.media, www.uaf.media. But I'm gonna type it in. Is that okay? And another thing that I've noticed is that on YouTube, they've been removing people from my YouTube channel. Let me turn it down. Okay, I just typed it in. We'll see if it shows up. Maybe. Huh, that's interesting. Huh. So that's curious. I wonder if people are typing stuff in and it's not even showing up. Yeah, because Darlene, yeah, see, I put a comment in here before Darlene with my other YouTube account, and it didn't even show up. Let me try that one. Huh. So when I put my website in, y'all see it says Unite America First? I don't know if y'all can see it, if it's in the same spot for y'all. In the chat, it says Unite America First. That's me as well. That's my other YouTube channel. Huh. But let me type it like this. Maybe because it's a link. So this time I typed it in, but I put spaces in between the link. I don't know, but Sherry, thank you so much. Yeah, Sherry put my yep, LFA. Yep, that's my Rumble handle. Yep, but the Venmo, thank you so much. Yeah, Venmo is Will, right there, Will, at Will Johnson UFA. UAF. UAF. And you didn't get a notification? Not remove, but barely get notifications. Okay, you see it, Sherry? Huh, that's interesting. It's not letting me see it. Even though I typed it in again. All right. But I just want to say that I know God is in control. And I know the evil one is really, really at me because of the situation that I'm going through right now. And I know the evil one is going to try so hard to try to convince me that I can't be, that I'm not worth anything, that I'm not going to be able to make it. The evil one has been at me, and I know it's the evil one. I know it is. Because the evil one wants me to think that I'm not even worth it. The evil one has been trying to convince me to just give up. And it's so bad how that is at me so bad in this crazy world, the evil one. And it's mainly because I refuse with all this stuff that I'm going through, the way they're hurting me. I refuse. And it's times like, did God forget me? Did Jesus push me to the side? And the evil one wants me to believe that because of what I'm going through right now. And I said, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Because, see, I believe in God. I know God is real. God has shown me things that I can only explain it that it is God. And since we're spiritual beings walking around in flesh, the evil one, the only thing the evil one can do is try to give us thoughts, to try to give us these visions that we can never and we are nothing. You know what? If I were on here and I was just talking about despicable things and I was against Christ and I was against our country, they would probably more than likely allow my videos to flourish. I could probably make just bukus of money if I gave in to this world and to the wickedness of it. But I knew it was a chance that they would hurt me like this. I knew it was. Because anytime you speak out loudly, anytime you tell the world that you believe in Christ, anytime you tell the world that you trust an Almighty God, the world will try to hurt you. And they're hurting me right now. And I know if any liberals tune in to watch this, they're going to be so happy to find out that I'm hurting. They're going to be so happy to find out that I'm hurting. And they're going to be like, well, maybe, and I've heard this before, maybe you shouldn't have been supporting President Trump. I'm like, I don't get mad of who they support. But all I do know this is that everything that I'm going through, the pain that I'm going through, it is at points it's caused me depression. I can't sleep at night. I don't drink, right? I don't drink. And there's been a couple of times I'm like, man, maybe I just, give me a drink and start doing that. But I don't drink. I don't do drugs. And I think the most that I do when I go to sleep, I drink sleepy time tea to help me go to sleep. And I don't want to do anything else because of what I'm going through right now. Because the way they're hurting me. I don't want to do anything else. I'm not going to do anything else. And I know the evil one wants me to do it. And I'm looking at it and I can see why some people would do some of the extreme things that they do. And doing the extreme things end up hurting themselves. Doing the extreme things end up hurting the people around them. For me, that is giving up. That is failure. And the evil one wants me to do these things. The evil one has been at me. I'm telling you right now, in this spiritual battle, the evil one has been at me like I've never experienced before in my life. The evil one is trying to convince me that all is lost, the evil, I'm telling you right now, the evil one has been on top of me. And I don't ever talk about my personal life. It's very rare because I know, and I'm constantly thinking about that the entire country, the people in the country, the people in the world, if I'm going through this, somebody's going through something so much worse. I know this. So I don't think I'm sitting there like I'm just this one person. I'm special more than special than anybody else. No, that's not the case at all. My thing is what can we do? And I've that's why I wanted to send a letter to President Trump. What can we do? What can we do to where we can help everybody so they can do their jobs? Yeah, you know what? You're absolutely right. Job, 100% Job. Don't forget Job. Yeah, remember Job. You're 100% spot on. And maybe God wants me to go through this, and maybe God just wants me to experience the worst that can happen to me and test me to see if I'm going to stay with him, to see if I'm going to be loyal to him. Maybe that's it too. Maybe that's it. But whatever happens, I know that God is with me and I'm going to trust in him. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep trying. The sad thing is that these people at these tech companies, they have so much power and so much control. I remember when I first started doing videos on YouTube, YouTube had these training videos because I was learning about it. I had no idea. And YouTube had these training videos convincing people. Now, I didn't quit my job, but they were convincing people to leave their jobs and to become content creator and make money. So I know people quit their jobs and I'm like, wow, this is awesome. And when I left California, because my employer there found out that I was a Trump supporter and they laid me off, I aggressively started doing videos on YouTube because they were encouraging people to leave their day jobs and create content, and you can make a living on YouTube. And that's what I started doing, and I started making some money. But then they took it all away from me, and now they barely. It's just, you know what? Every time you send me a super chat, that's when I make something. The ads, do y'all have since y'all been on here? Have y'all seen an ad? Have y'all seen an ad on here? I don't ever see the ads. They don't show them to me. They don't ever show them to me. But when they do the ads, that means that it's pennies basically. I mean, it's pennies. It truly is just pennies. I think it's like 15 cents or something like that when they show the ad to you. But one person just said they don't even see an ad. And looking here, I don't even get any. I don't even see. I can. It's like the comments don't even really come up. Yeah, the thing is, I did turn on the ads. It said, "Do you want to monetize the video?" Yeah, so I turned it on, and they still don't do it. It's because they want to purposely hurt people. Ask the Lord to lead you and guide your steps. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. Yeah, Sherry said not one ad. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. Other than they want to hurt me. That's the only thing I can think of. Greater is he who is in the world than he who is in us. Greater is he who is in this world Yeah, Jesus is greater. Well, I'm praying for you. You will reap the harvest if you don't lose your heart. Yeah, I'm not going to give up. I'm not. I'm not going to give up. Hmm. Someone just put a comment on there, then it went away. I'm not sure what that's about. It says, it's not just you suffering. Many channels got deleted by YouTube. Yeah. You know, I can understand if people are doing criminal activity. I mean, I would get that. But if you're not doing criminal activity, then what's the why? Don't give up. Your videos are fire. Thank you so much for that. The sad thing is, no matter what we are going through, there's always somebody who has things worse. I just said that. You're 100% spot on. I just said that. And you know what? You're right. You're right. And I would love to be in a position where I could just do miraculous things. I mean, I really would, especially after this experience that I'm going through right now. I see things, I think I see so much, so differently. Um, the ad is on. I open up the new tab to check and watch. Oh, okay. So you see one now? That's interesting. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much. Was it Havoc Master? If I'm saying it right. Thank you so much. Love you, Will. It's going to get better. I feel it. I feel it through though. Trying to stay positive. Yeah, you know what? That's exactly it. That's why I know. That's why I keep saying, and I know the truth that God got this, and I'm gonna depend on Him. And I'm just telling the world, maybe God, you know, sometimes people want to see you struggle, and sometimes people need to see people struggle. I don't know why it's like that, but that's the way it is. And every day I keep pushing forward. And I said, I keep pushing forward. And I keep thinking, it's going to be better. It's going to be better. God is with me. I'm going to continue to do my part. I'm going to continue to keep pushing forward. I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep trying. Someone said maybe I should do a show like Rise Up. You know, I thought about that. I thought about that. I thought about that. The weather getting to me. Wow. It took your mom. She took, wow. I'm so sorry to hear that. And then they get upset with President Trump because he's trying to stop it from coming over in the water. Have you noticed that? I'm pretty sure you have a lot of words about that. Imagine you have a party that is openly trying to continue for that to come into the country, and you just lost a loved one because of that. I can't even imagine what you would be going through. Lord Jesus. I can even imagine what would be going through your mind seeing that happen like that. And it's always hurt. So for those of you who know, my producer Shannon, she lost her mom from illness, and then she lost her dad. And every single time around the New Year's and around the holidays, she doesn't say anything, but I can tell it hits her hard. So it hits her hard. Yeah, Craig, you know what? I hear you. I hear you. I remember when I first moved to California, I was living in was it like in I was living at this house because I was doing IT, and I got a job, and I was prepared to live in my car. I was fortunate enough to live in a house with other guys. It was other guys that living in this house, and it was IT. So I was able to do that, but it was rough. It was rough. So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what the future has, but I'm going to keep pushing forward. I'm going to keep pushing forward. Going to keep pushing forward. God bless you. And thank you so much for all the super chats. And thank you so much for hitting the thumbs up. Wow, there's 89 thumbs up on here. Almost 100. Almost 100 thumbs up. Almost 100. 89. There's 89. Is there anyone that hasn't hit the thumbs up that's willing to bless me with the thumbs up? There's 90 now. 90. I found my son, tried to save him, but our Lord took him home. Yeah. Sorry to hear that. So Shannon, I'm sorry. It's like a knife to the gut all the time, losing your parents. Yeah. 99 thumbs up. Wow. One more up, 104. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's why I said it earlier. You know, I could be going through stuff, everything that I'm going through. There's somebody that has it a lot worse. And I know this. I know this. I'm not naive to it. And I'm not trying to act like it's, oh, woe is will. In my world, it is woe is will. In their world, it is them too, right? Right? Have y'all seen this thing, the top fans? Sherry, Havoc, Buzzy, Jeb, MH, Becky, One Day, Sally, Marshall, Craig, Darlene, User, Debbie, John, Senior High. uh, I want to say it's Deb. Thank you so much. And then Always Focus, Mighty, Dana, Rhonda, Elijah, Don, EPX. Wow. That must be new. I know it's been around, but there's a button on the screen that says top fan. So I just want to say thank you to all of you. God bless you. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I got a pop-up. Someone shared it to X, shared this video to X. And I'm pretty sure all the liberals, when they see it, oh yeah, Will Johnson's hurting good. Can I take some phone calls? Not right now, because I'm doing it on my phone. I can't take any phone calls right now. But you know, I'll do it Friday. I'll take phone calls on Friday. That sound cool? I'd take phone calls on Friday. I do some phone calls on Friday. After Thanksgiving. While y'all are all relaxing. Okay, I'll take some calls Friday. Sounds good? And hopefully all of y'all will try to call me. That would be a blessing. That would be a blessing. All right, everybody. God bless you. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. God bless you all. Good night.